Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on a one-page layout, and this is also a YouTube hop for Rediscover Your Stash, which is a Facebook group. Now, the stash that we're rediscovering is journaling. So I was a little unsure exactly what that meant. So I thought I would do this particular layout. I'm following a sketch from Stick It Down, and I'm going to show it in just a minute. And there's all these kind of blocks of pattern paper or papers. There's the sketch there. So on one of the blocks, I'm going to use that as my journaling block. So I always have this question, and my daughter who scraps scrapbooks with me, we always have the same question. Like, gosh, it's not so much that journaling is hard, but sometimes you just don't know what to journal about. Because like this is a perfect example. This is a picture of my granddaughters in front of their house on 4th of July. And the reason why I know that is because they're wearing 4th of July shirts. There's usually not any other occasion where they'll wear matching patriotic shirts. So yeah, sure, I could put journaling, 4th of July. It's, their names and the year. But other than that, what's the story to tell, right? So what I decided to do is on my journaling block, I'm going to write about what happens on July 4th in our neighborhood. We have neighbors that shoot off fireworks, and I'm talking the kind that go up in the air that are probably costing them hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And not just one neighbor, there's multiple neighbors. We literally have a fireworks show. Our city doesn't put one on during 4th of July because we do a citywide one for one of our, it's called Fiesta. And you don't need to. I mean, I'm telling you, there are so many illegal fireworks going off. And not just the 4th of July. I'm talking probably mid-June through, August-ish. If we're lucky, it'll stop that soon. There's been years where it's lasted longer. So I'm going to kind of write a little bit of journaling about that instead of just, names and dates. I am going to put the year on here somewhere because it is always important, because even though I do scrapbook in chronological order, sometimes, or who knows, maybe in the future they may get lost or fall out or who knows what, right? So I am going to do that once I figure out all the placement and things like that of the photo and the embellishments. So let me get back to the actual scrapbooking layout. So all those blocks, the measurements are 3.5 inches width, I guess, or height, I don't know. And then the larger star one is by 11. The solid red and striped red are 3.5 by 7.5, and the two squares are 3.5 inch square. I cut down my 5x7 photo to 5x5. I think there was just a lot of stuff in there I didn't need, and so I kind of focused on the photo or my granddaughters. And now I'm just cutting a blue piece of paper down to 5.25 by 5.25 because I thought it would look really nice matted. I don't always mat my photos, but I always feel like if I don't, I always say, God, why didn't I mat that? And then it's too late, but I'm okay with that. But I went ahead and matted it, just really small, thin mat around the border. And then I'm going to put it just wherever. You're going to see me where I'm going to put it right now. So in this kit, this original kit was from Close to My Heart, and it was like Stars and Stripes or something like that. And inside there, I have these die cut from Pebbles, which technically are not the same company, but they're red, white, and blue, so everything matches. So I have them all in one like baggie. But look at how cute those are. I really like the little girls, but I felt like it took up too much room, and so I didn't use them after all. But I like the fireworks that are in those circles, and then I'm going to use that Let It Shine as the title of this page. And then also in my collection, I also have some enamel dots, which are stars and circles, and they're red, white, and blue. So I'm going to put those down here and there. Right now, that's the adhesive eraser, because when I use liquid adhesive, it does kind of get everywhere, which I don't normally like to use liquid adhesive, but if you paid attention earlier, I didn't have any tape in my ATG gun, or I should say I didn't have any that was loaded, so I must have ran out and just forgot to reload it. So I went ahead and reloaded it, so I will use that for other pieces later. But for now, it was just that liquid glue, and it kind of got everywhere. But now I'm going to work on my journaling, and like I mentioned, I'm talking about how, we used to spend all this money buying fireworks, and then we realized, why? Our neighbors are putting on a show, so we don't do that anymore. We just sit out in the front and watch everybody else blow up their fireworks. until it's time to go to bed. And hopefully they finish up early enough. Not always, folks, but that's okay. And then now I decided, okay, so right above the photo, or to the right of the photo where they have those enamel dots, I did decide to put a little tag there. So I'm just doing a fishtail banner on one of the scraps from the collection, and I'm going to glue it right on there. And then I just wrote the words, "Our little firecrackers," and I'm just using scissors to cut. Look, I'm telling you, if you look closely, they are not straight, but I'm okay with it because it was small enough, and I figured it'd be easier to use my scissors than to try to use that on the cutter. So I'm just using the liquid adhesive because it's a small piece, just plopping it right on there. I do decide to mat those papers just so they don't get lost. And again, that's another way to journal. It's kind of like, in my mind, thinking like a bullet journal, just little words here and there, our little fireworks, nothing, too detailed, just little fun, little addition to what I'm doing on the page. So in a sense, I have two areas of journaling here that I'm working on, and then of course the big journaling block that was up above. But I hope that meets the requirements of the journaling that we're rediscovering our stash for. But I'll have a link to the Facebook group, also the other hoppers, and also a link to my blog so you can get more information there and also see more close-ups of the photos. I do post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center, which is the name of my blog, and also my craft room. But I do hope you like this video, and if you do, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and hopefully you'll be back. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.